I just want to know how much you owe Klarna. Because, baby, this morning when I opened up the app, I owed them $601.
You owed Klarna $600.
Caleb Hammer called out this girl on TikTok for her insane Klarna pay later habits. So, of course, people are crying racism. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, your home for independent and nonpartisan commentary and analysis on politics, media, internet culture, and more. And we're going to just, a fun topic. Y'all know me. You know I love Caleb Hammer. I think he's so funny. I love what he does in terms of financial audit and all this stuff. And on the Caleb Hammer Show, where he just reacts to videos and kind of does commentary on related financial topics. And yes, sometimes makes edgy jokes and leans into racial stereotypes and does naughty things. So I wasn't surprised, but I was suspicious when I saw someone on TikTok accusing Caleb of racism and all the comments agreeing because of how they chose that he and his co-host Brandon chose to react to her video in a recent episode of the Caleb Hammer Show. So here is that TikTok, and then we'll go through some of the comments, and then I found the actual Caleb Hammer clip they're claiming is so racist, and y'all will be able to judge for yourself. We'll go through it all. First, let's watch her TikTok complaining.
So everybody been like, friend, Caleb Hammer stitched your video. And I'm like, what, you lying? But then when I realized he clipped my video, it read me the wrong way. Because for one, he couldn't understand nothing I was saying. If you can't understand what the hell I'm saying, why would you clip my video? Then he didn't even tag me in my own video. You could have at least tagged me, Caleb. Then he was like, let me bring in the translator. And I'm not racist at all, but that video really had me feeling some type of way.
What?
Because for the translator on the video talking about they always use these buy now pay later apps. And Caleb and the other dude was like, who? And the translator was like, Eagles. I'm not going to say the word. It irritated me because people of all colors use buy now pay later apps. It can be us today and y'all tomorrow. So I hate when people judge. Until you can put yourself in my situation, don't judge me. And I just want to say shout out to all my friends that commented under his video and had my back. Baby, I was myself laughing at these comments. Y'all don't play about me. And I don't play about y'all either. It's one thing to say your little 1-2, but Caleb, tag me next time.
Okay, so I am not racist either, but I am going to say she's not the easiest person to understand, to exactly make out what words she's saying. And I don't think that has anything to do with her being black. It has to do with whatever accent she has, or I don't know, or how she's talking. It's not super clear, and I don't think that's inherently racist or whatever. And the reason they reacted to her is because she uses these buy now pay later apps in ridiculous ways. So for example, in the video that they dug up of her, they saw she had gone to the Sonic drive-thru and put it on Klarna or one of these other apps and was going to pay in 4 batches. And I imagine that there's like additional fees or expenses you incur in that. It's like maybe you shouldn't be. If you literally have to put a $30 purchase on a 4-payment plan, I mean, you probably should be eating some chicken and rice at home at that point. Maybe not going to the drive-thru. I don't know. It's like, so they reacted to her because of this. And yes, they make a joke out of it. They bring in his black employee to be the translator. And it's like, obviously not done, at least to me, in any sort of actual, genuine racial animus. They don't hate black people. They don't have any disdain in their hearts. Clearly, he runs a business and is a person who has people of all backgrounds and they're all welcome. They're just joking around and being edgy. And to me, it's really not that deep. But the comments did disagree. So here are a couple comments from her video. One comment that has more than 20,000 likes says, I can literally understand every word you're saying. It's blatant racism. Okay, I'm sorry. Every word she's saying, you can understand. Doubt. I could make out most of it. But like there were definitely a couple words in there where I had no idea what she said. And it's not racist. It's just true. And I have a feeling a lot of these people are just virtue signaling that are liking this comment. Like, no, Queen, I totally understood everything you said. How could anyone not understand? It's like, don't gaslight us, okay? It's not exactly giving crystal clear over here. Anyway, more comments. I am so sorry. That is a terrible video. His behavior is disgusting, and you seem like a very nice lady. Another person said, I'm as white as they come, and I can understand you perfectly. he's really racist. See, that's the problem. He's like definitely not really racist. And actually, we have a rise of people who genuinely are racist and hateful. But it's not the people who joke about race. It's not the people just inherently. It's not just the people who are a little edgy or trolly. It's the people who actually hate black people, who actually discriminate against black people. And that is absolutely not Caleb Hammer. So it's like when we're based on things as dubious as this, calling people really racist, it's like you're watering that down. Very much so. And then it loses its power and its significance when we need to call out people who are actually hateful and harmful. And that's really, really unfortunate. But I wanted to track down the actual original clip. Like, what did Caleb say or do that got these people so convinced he's so evil? And we'll watch it now. This is a truncated version of it. And y'all can decide for yourself. Let's watch.
Hey, friend, I just want to know how much you owe Klarna. Because, baby, this morning when I opened up the app, I owed them $601.
You owed Klarna $601?
I put $200.
Pause. Where is he?
Tyler.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I have to do. I have to bring in the financial audit translator.
2 minutes later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we brought him in. Welcome to the studio, Tyler Lindo.
Hello. How you guys doing today?
Good, Tyler. So,
Notice how nobody has any problem understanding anything Tyler says at all, because it's not about being black or white. But also it's like, guys, they're just doing a bit. They're just, when he brings them in as the translator, he's just bringing him in because he thinks it'd be funny to have him be part of the next discussion that's coming up. All right, he doesn't literally need a translator. It's just a bit. At the end of the day, it's not that deep. It's not meant hatefully. I highly doubt Tyler would participate if he thought that it was, and it does lead to some funny moments. And once again, I'm watching this back, and I just can't believe people are saying that they understand every single word. And not only are they saying that they understand every single word, but if you don't, you must be racist. Doubt. Anyway, let's keep going.
So, having some trouble. We started playing the next clip, and I could not understand a word.
She was having some trouble connecting with us.
Okay. So you guys need some translating is what I'm hearing.
Yes, sir. She is splitting in 4 Sonic for $8.88.
Huh? Tyler, what's she getting from
What was
Sonic?
she saying?
She was essentially saying, "Hey guys, I want to know what you guys are spending on your Klarna, because I owe $600, and actually I just got a payment for $200, so I'm using that $200 to pay off a part of my $600."
Oh, so I think I clipped out the part of her original video where she goes on this long rant and they don't quite understand, and then he's restating it more clearly, which again, guys, it's all just a bit. It's not that deep at the end of the day. And the reason they're talking about her is not because she's black, but because she's literally splitting up the Sonic drive-through payment into 4 parts. And that's the kind of thing that they roast and discuss. So yes, sorry. And I forgot to mention this, but like, why is she so upset they didn't tag her? That's actually pretty normal. People, you don't always tag people in reaction videos, especially because sometimes you don't see the video on their original account. You see it on some sort of aggregator or being shared by someone else. So you save the video, but you don't even know the original user's handle. You don't have an obligation to tag people. That's not some big atrocity, but she was very pressed about that. Anyway, we'll keep going here.
$600 that I owe to Klarna. So now it's down to $424 instead of $600.
That's progress. That's positive.
The thing that confused me from what you said is, you said she actually asked the question to the audience?
Yeah, she asked the question to the audience. She said,
I did not hear that.
Her question was like baby girl, but she was meant everybody. She was like, "Hey guys, what are you guys spending on your Klarna? Because this is what I have."
I did not hear a question in all that. Tyler, what is she getting for $8.88 from Klarna?
Well, no, it's
from
it's
Sonic.
$32 technically because she's splitting it in 4.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you what the hell she's getting from Sonic. Maybe she's paying for a meal for the family. Maybe herself, because some people like to be some big ass backs.
You don't
So it could
think
be
she's got a bunch of kids?
It's a possibility.
Okay.
It's a possibility.
All right.
So now,
But all right, so here's Brandon, who is not white. They're making a joke. It's called a yoke. It's, oh no, that's a joke about a racial stereotype. It's like, show me on the doll where the joke hurt you guys. It is okay to joke about these things. It's okay to joke about anything. What matters is the actual intent. And they don't hate people. They're not trying to harm people. They're trying to have fun and laugh at stuff and be a little edgy. And I think that's fine. And I think millions of black people that watch Caleb Hammer also think that's fine. So anyway, I was not too, and I feel the same way. They're like, of course you feel that way. You're white. I feel the same way when they joke about gay stuff, which they do all the time. Okay. So anyway, keep going.
So now I only owe $424. Good. Don't you know I got payments all the way up to March 2026? And when I first downloaded Klarna, yeah, they gave me $500. Now I'm at $1,000, and really I feel like I'm over $1,000 because when I add up these two amounts, it comes up to be like $1,020. But baby, you gotta know what you doing when you with these apps, because when I tell you they addictive, because who's gonna pay full price? Not me. They got tap pay. I'm using Klarna. Baby, I don't care if I got $50 in my account. Guess what I'm using? Klarna. Baby, I'm gonna split that payment up into 4 payments. I'm gonna make that first payment, and I'm gonna stress the rest of my money out until I can't no more. Because why not split it up into 4 payments if you can? Baby, y'all too rich for me.
Tyler, please.
I know we covered a lot there, but please.
So she pretty much said that, like, hey, any chance that I get to where I don't have to spend full price for something, I'm never going to spend full price. These apps.
Wait, what? You still have to pay the full price? It's just spread out. Is that actually how people think about these apps? No wonder personal finances are cooked in this country. But also, I don't know. I guess I've never used Klarna, but presumably for Klarna to make some kind of money, to have revenue, right? They have to charge you some kind of fee or interest or something that would allow them to, otherwise, why would they just finance your purchases like at no cost? So if anything, you're probably paying a higher price overall, just more spread out, is what I would assume. Yet she's saying that she never would pay full price. That's why she uses Klarna. The math isn't mathing. And I'm sorry, but to think that makes no sense is not racist. It's just true. Anyway.
These apps are very addicting. When I first signed up for the app, I got $500. And then I used that $500, but then I kept splitting up payments. I put so many payments on Klarna that I feel like I owe about $1,000 now, about $1,100 now. And I have payments all the way up until March 2026 because I don't pay. And essentially she's saying that any chance that she gets, it's addicting. Any chance that she gets, even if it's a $50 payment and she got $50 in her bank account, she's splitting that payment up into 4 payments of $8.
Wow. That's crazy, because she recognizes she made a big payment to it in the previous clip. She recognizes that it's bad. But she is not actually addressing the issue. She says she will never stop using it.
Well, she also said, I won't pay full price. Ma'am, you're still paying full
Yeah,
price.
absolutely.
You're not getting a discount with Klarna. You see a smaller number for this month.
Tyler, is that N-word with a soft A, no S, dumb math?
Yeah, that's definitely dumb math for sure. That's dumb math for sure.
That's not girl math?
Hell nah. Any possibility, most of the time they will always use these kind of repayment programs because they don't think it's a lot of money at the time.
What do you mean they will use these repayment programs?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so my editor's going to have to bleep some naughty words there, including one letter or word that starts with an N that you're not supposed to say if you're white. But the weird thing is, like, if anyone was being racist in this clip, it's like what Tyler is saying. And again, he's clearly not serious, and he is black, so he's also allowed to say it. At the end of the day, I just look at this kind of thing as much ado about nothing. And people really need to stop just calling everything racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynist, blah, 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 because they just water it down. And really, we should be focused on intent. And when people are just goofing around and just being edgy and just talking about stereotypes in a funny way, or just clearly are not people with any sort of animus, right? I mean, this is heck, that's a lot of, you could say that about a lot of things Clarkson and I say on the Normal Gaze channel, where we're goofing around and saying edgy stuff. But it's like not meant seriously. It's meant in jest. And at the end of the day, we're people who advocate for equality and tolerance for people, regardless of their differences and their demographics. And yet people will throw these ridiculous allegations against us all the time. And it's like, maybe we could save them for the genuinely bigoted people with hate in their hearts, with animus, right? The Nick Fuenteses of the world, of like far extreme people who genuinely spew hatred towards others or want discrimination, and stop like trying to police or scold people who are just goofing around, and clearly not at all coming from a bad place. And to me, maybe it's a positive development because Caleb is so popular. His content is only getting more popular and growing even bigger. So clearly, a lot of people, at least, including lots and lots and lots of non-white people, are not on board with the tisking of him because he's making jokes that you're not supposed to say or whatever, because he's calling in the translator to translate this person who's super crystal clear in everything she says. Totally. Absolutely. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Of course, TikTok is still in 2020 mentally, so everyone on that app is agreeing with the girl complaining, but I think most people elsewhere will probably understand that Caleb's not, in fact, coming from a bad place. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you aren't yet. Hit the like button while you're at it. I just wanted to react to something goofy and funny and have a little bit of a laugh with y'all. But if you support my work that I do here, both the serious and unserious, do consider becoming a channel member by hitting the join button or clicking the link in the description. And with that, guys, we'll leave it there for now and be back with more real soon.